This project began with a single question. How can design make our cities cooler? Not just in temperature, but in spirit, accessibility, and inequity. My journey started with exploring the RSA's Spark Brief and interpreting the idea of urban cooling as more than a climate mitigation. It's about people, purpose, and place. Through the initial research, I studied how urban heat disappropriately affects low-income communities and how simple interventions like street trees and shaded seatings can be transformed neighborhoods. But more importantly, I realized that it was about representation, about making public spaces welcoming, inclusive and functional for everyone. I drew visual inspiration from Lotta Niemainen's editorial minimalism and Aiko Ojala's paper cut aesthetics. Their work helped me refine a language that was calm, confident, and data-driven without being cold, using muted greens, warm neutrals, and clean line illustrations. I began developing a tone that feels optimistic and grounded in nature. The magazine article was my first deliverable. It combines a structured editorial grid, bold vector icons, and accessible language. It aims to educate without overwhelming, simplify environmental data through digestible visuals and storytelling. The loud balance emotional warmth with factual clarity, encouraging the reader to envision cities designed with nature and equity in mind. For the second outcome, I translated the concept into a mobile-optimized content. These vertical social media style cards are designed for on-the-go engagements. Each card encourages action, reminding users to climate justice begin on your street corner. The bold call to action paired with friendly visuals make it easy to share and spark the community dialogue. The final format is a large-scale billboard or a street poster. Here I prioritize legibility and visibility. The paper cut style silhouette paired with high contrast colors aim to catch attention even from a distance. The idea to stop passengers by just long enough to plant a seed in curiosity, or better yet, a seed of change. Throughout this process, I had to constantly consider constraints. Will this work in both digital and print? Is the font readable across formats? Are the illustrations exclusive and diverse? How do I maintain consistency without being repetitive? These questions shaped every design decision I made. One of the most important reflections I had was accessibility. I initially used strong contrast, large text, and inclusive imagery, so the visuals could be understood by all, including those with visual and cognitive impairment. Sustainability must include everyone, not just privileged few. This journey reminded me that good design is not just about how it looks, it's about how it works, how it makes people feel, and how it contributes to a better world. The Spark Brief challenged me to balance beauty with function, data with emotion, and storytelling with clarity. Through visual communication, I believe we can just shift public reception and empower real-world action. In closing, this presentation reflects not only the outcomes I created, but the thinking and the learning behind each choice, from concept to execution. It's called to redesign cities and reimagine life. Thank you for joining me on this journey.